Welcome back to A Clash of Kings, Reformers, and we are here with Tywin Lannister himself. He has 512 units, I have 196. The renown value is 49. We should have a pretty decent time here. I don't know whether we're going to be able to succeed in our efforts to take King's Landing, but what I do know is that if we can eliminate Tywin in this situation, we will have an overwhelming advantage going into King's Landing. Although, obviously, you do have to remember that obviously the gold cloaks are there, and I think wildfire is also going to be lobbed at us from the walls, and it is going to be painful. It is going to be very painful indeed. So hopefully we will not have too many difficulties with that, but you know how it is. Generally, King's Landing is the most difficult thing to take in the entire game. Well, in a Clash of Kings at least, and hopefully we will be relatively successful. Is that Tywin himself? That looks like Tywin. Hello. What are you doing there? Apparently avoiding me. Oh, there we go. That was some nice damage right there too. Okay, so take out that... that longbowman was like, yes, I'm going to step into the way here and be absolutely useless by the looks of things. Yes, fantastic. Okay, so do bear in mind that I only have 46... of our units on the battlefield right now, and that is bad. That is very bad indeed, but the best thing that I can do is just send my forces in and try my hardest. That's basically it. That's all I can do. So I'm going to get off my champion destrier, and we're gonna murder them. We're gonna murder them with my wonderful warhammer. That's what it is. That's the technical name for it. My wonderful warhammer. And there we go. Nice. Some good damage right there. Hopefully we'll be able to take this guy out as well. Just basically take them off their mounts. Maybe I can actually steal one too. Yes, I can. And maybe we can do a little bit of damage over here as well. But that's the thing. I really did not want to get into a battle with Tywin himself. I basically did not want to do that if I could help it. But basically the only way I could really get him out of the garrison was literally by besieging it. He would not move for any other reason, and as soon as I started besieging it, he came out, and then he was like, "Stop thief, criminal scum," and so on and so forth, and he decided to, well, make it rather difficult on me. So I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go, but I can only hope and basically just cross my fingers that we will be able to achieve some kind of victory. Even if we achieve a costly victory, at least it will be a victory, and it won't really matter too much about how we went about it, as long as we got Tywin out of the way. And then maybe, just maybe, I will be able to go back to the Weeping Town, go back to Crow's Nest, and retrieve some additional units from the garrisons there, because I still have a pretty sizable garrison in each. I've got about 150, I think, in Crow's Nest, and I have about 200 or 190 or something like that in the Weeping Town. So that is actually not bad, you know. That's okay, you know. It's not a massive garrison, which obviously would be great at this point. I think it would be fantastic if I actually had a much bigger garrison, but what are you going to do? You can't really do much about it. So I'm basically just going to have to deal with it as best I can. And how many have we lost so far? We lost 29. That's not too bad. That's actually pretty good. I'm kind of surprised that we've only lost 29, and the enemy has lost, well, many more than that, obviously, but we need to keep this ratio up. We need to basically make it so that we are going to start losing less and less units as we progress through the battle. And if we can do that, we will have the advantage in the remaining waves. I'm actually thinking maybe I should just retreat and come back in, but we've only lost 8 units. 9 now. Yes, I always jinx myself in some way by saying, oh, we've only lost this amount. Yes, I always jinx myself in some way regarding that, but whatever the case, the fact is that if I retreat now and go back in, maybe it's going to be a good idea. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell everyone to hold position in this area here. And this is going to make it a lot easier, because basically we'll be able to consolidate our forces, and, well, when the enemy comes in, they're going to have to face many household guards and, well, whatever other kinds of units we have here. And, well, Hopefully that's going to be enough to see us to victory. Maybe. It might be. Or not. Maybe. I don't know. But hopefully it is going to do that. It seems like most of the enemy units are not exactly powerful now, because we've eliminated most of their cavalry by the looks of things. As you can see, it's still a couple of cavalry being a bit annoying, but we should be able to deal with them without too many difficulties. And oh yeah, there we go. Nice, that was a good hit. I actually thought that I might not be able to kill that guy before the cavalry decided to interrupt me, but thankfully I was able to. Yes, yes, take him down, take him down. There's another one. Got to stop this guy. Oh, shield. Yeah, I was hopeful that I may be able to use the thrusting ability of my Warhammer to do something, but it seems like it's not really stopping the cavalry as much as you would want it to. But it seems like we're good. I think we're fine. I think all we have to do now is literally just grind through the enemy's units. And I think we should have a pretty decent time of things. So I'm just going to tell my last remaining units around here to charge in. And then, of course, we have some guys in the back over there too. So I'm just going to tell everyone to hold position once again, just so that we can wait for our reinforcements to catch up. And then we will, well, try to recharge in, if you know what I mean. So, you know, issue the charge order once more. And that is hopefully going to result in the final blow for the opponent. It seems like we have pushed them back relatively well so far, and it seems like, oh dear, it seems like I'm going to have to get my shield out now, because there are so many archers in the distance, and even though they may not be that effective, I'm not entirely sure how good the Westlands archers actually are, because we haven't really fought too many of them just yet. I mean, mostly they have, you know, infantry and so on. And you kind of think to yourself, okay, well, infantry, you know, that's absolutely fine, but haven't really fought too many of their archers. And so, you know, being able to experience them here, I suppose, is pretty good, but unfortunately they didn't seem to have that many this time either. So they're not as deadly as the Targaryen longbowmen, that's for sure. But I can only just thank my lucky stars that that is actually the case, because if it wasn't, we would be in a very bad position indeed. Those Targaryen longbowmen still give me nightmares, even to this day. So, or still give Elias nightmares, shall we say. And I'm just very thankful that we don't have to face them anymore. Although they have not been eliminated yet. They have not been eliminated as far as I'm aware. They have literally just faded into the background. No one seems to know where they are. At least I haven't really seen any of them in quite some time. Haven't seen any vassals. Haven't seen them attempting to you know, take any fiefs. And maybe they have been eliminated and I just didn't notice. But that might be the reason. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, I think we should be pretty good from now on. I don't think we really need to worry too much about the last remaining enemies. But obviously, it is still up in the air because we've only eliminated about 210 of the enemy, and we're going to need to burn through a whole lot more. Well, it seems like Elias ran into his death, basically, and now we're playing as a household guard, which I gotta say is a little bit underwhelming in comparison to playing as Elias, because of course Elias does have that amazing Warhammer, which is capable of dealing so much damage to enemy units, but thankfully the household guards do have some really good armor on, so they are very difficult to kill, and I'm pretty pleased about that. And how many do the enemy have? Oh wow, yeah, so we've basically eliminated 350 enemy units now, and I'm not entirely sure if this is the last of their waves, but I think this is probably the last of our wave. Is it? I'm not entirely sure, but I suppose we'll find out as we progress onward, and getting killed by these Westerlands archers is not exactly great, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and get over... Wow, they actually do some damage. They do a lot of damage. So I think we should be a bit more careful about dealing with the archers in the future. But new enemies have arrived. Wow. New enemies have arrived, and also new allies as well. I am going to retreat. I am actually going to retreat here. I did not want to. I did not want to, but I kind of feel like we perhaps should. As you can see, Elias was able to kill 88 of the enemy. Well, not kill, but wound 88 of the enemy. 385 of them were eliminated, and as you can see, we did lose 84 ourselves, which is pretty significant. So what I'm going to do is I will go back. Should I? I don't know. I'm thinking that I will go back to... Oh, 127 versus 127. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to go back. I am going to go in here, and we're going to see what we can do against the last remaining smaller bit of, of Tywin's forces. Alright, so we're charging in for the second time, and you can see already that my mount has taken a, wow, pretty significant amount of arrows, and is now going to be partially useless because they are so incredibly slow when they are injured. So I'm going to have to get off my mount, and we'll see what we can do about fighting on foot. This is not going to work out too well for me, I don't think, but maybe it will, who knows? Because I do think that we might get shot in the face, and that would be really bad. But as you can see, the Westerland's man-at-arms, which are just not capable of really facing up to our household guards, are falling before us very, very quickly indeed. Gotta say, I'm very pleased about having so many of them, and, well, we're probably going to have to level up a whole bunch more as we go forward, because obviously, no doubt, we've lost quite a significant number in this particular engagement, and I'm not a big fan of that either, thanks very much. I'm not a big fan of being shot from the side, thank you. So, oh, very good mounted Dragonstone Sergeant. I very much appreciate your assistance. And it seems to me, wow, yeah, this is an absolute bloodbath right here. Because, let's face it, if the initial charge is not going to stop us, then it's probably unlikely that Tywin would be able to fight back in any meaningful fashion. Because, well, he can send in his man-at-arms as much as he likes, but he's not really going to be able to do that much from there, you know? I mean, once his cavalry is eliminated, he has nothing, you know? He has nothing. Like, yeah, okay, you know, his longbowmen, they're capable of doing some serious damage. And I said, oh, maybe they're not so good, you know? But it seems like they are pretty decent. They're capable of doing some nice damage even to household guards. And obviously, because the household guards do not have any shields, that makes all the difference. Anyway, we're just going to end up killing the last remaining small band of units, and obviously I'm not going to get a very big renown reward for this particular battle either, which is unfortunate, but I think it is worth it to try and safeguard as many of our higher tier units as possible. Ooh, and it seems like we've gotten a new helm, as you can see right here. It's actually a reinforced version of my helm, so that's rather nice. And we also gained, I believe, one of these pieces of armor. It's nothing too, I mean, it's amazing, don't get me wrong, it's really good, but it is not as good by far from what we're currently wearing, as you can quite clearly see. Alright, so it looks as though now House Targaryen is no more. I don't know why that was. I'm actually currently at King's Landing constructing our ladders, and we will be heading into the siege soon. But thankfully House Targaryen is eliminated, so we don't have to worry about their archers or their bothersome presence any further. And on top of that, we also have a person joining us from House Targaryen, which is actually rather nice. Unfortunately, most of the Targaryen vassals have joined random factions that are probably going to be against us relatively soon anyway, so that's not particularly good. Alright, so here we go. We have a bonus chance of loot of 96%. I like to think of the bonus chance for loot as a percentage for failure. So I have 96% chance of failure. So we'll see how it goes. Personally, I don't know whether we're going to be facing Wildfire just yet. I feel like Wildfire is, well, very powerful indeed, but I don't see any of the explosions so far. I am seeing many arrows heading towards us and potentially murdering us. Bear in mind that all of the enemies that we are going to be facing are gold cloaks, and they are very good. They are very good at what they do, indeed. And this is going to be problematic on many levels. So let me see if I can maybe just get these guys dead and then hopefully get inside onto the battlements, because if we can do that, then I think we'll have a pretty decent chance, perhaps. Because obviously our household guards are really good in actual combat, but not so good at, you know, surviving in long-range engagements and things like that, because obviously, I mean, they have no shields to speak of, so it is going to be very difficult for them. But thankfully, I seem to be staying alive. The BGs are helping me right now. Absolutely. and I'm very, very much hoping that I will not take fatal damage, because I really do not want to play as a household guard. Now, don't get me wrong, they're fantastic units. They're really good. I think they're really good, at least. And it's wonderful to play a mod and be able to sort of transfer control over from your main character over to something else. But when your main character is as powerful as Elias, I mean, personally, I don't think he's that powerful. I think he's pretty good, you know, he's pretty good. His Warhammer is the main thing, the reason why I really like playing him, because it is just so easy to kill, or at least to take out, enemy units. Because you don't have to worry about shields, you don't have to worry about what kind of armor they're wearing. You can just do overhead attacks and have a grand old time. And that is the main reason why I love blunt weapons in general, but the Warhammer is just so good. And yeah, it's just fantastic. So hopefully we will be able to achieve a victory here. I'm actually kind of surprised that this is as easy as it is. Not sure why Wildfire's not working. I don't know. Hello. Yes. Okay, so this is a bit of a problem. So I'm going to have to tell these guys to hold position. Tell them to charge now. Move, 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 move. Okay, could you... Yeah. Okay, phew. I was really worried there for a second. Very, very worried there for a second. So, hopefully... Oh dear. More people getting stuck. Alright, so unfortunately I've been stuck here for about 5 minutes now, and I've been attempting to get this guy. This guy is the main problem here. He is stopping everyone else, well, most people, from advancing. And this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad, because I will not be able to get my units forward. I have attempted to use the hold position charge thing, but he will not move. It doesn't matter what thing he gets told, he will just not move. So as you can see, I'm going to select nearby soldiers, and I'll tell them to follow me. And it is actually working a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. But as you can see, it doesn't seem like I even need to assist my units, because they're actually moving now. Interesting. Did I almost kill myself? Yes, I did, and I wasn't even looking where I was going. I thought I was going down the stairs. I gotta say, I really like these kinds of sieges where you can run through the streets and see the architecture, and you can fight through it tooth and nail, and, you know, cool sort of intense battling is to be had, and I really very much appreciate the work that goes into these kinds of sieges. So otherwise, I think, I mean, there's 360 units here, but it seems to me like there's so many less. They don't seem to really be... Oh, whoa, hello. Okay, I literally have 1 HP right now. Literally 1 HP. And if I get any more damage, then I'm gonna die. Yes, isn't that great? Okay, well, whatever the case, I am in the thick of things, so to speak. So I guess we will be having to do some damage here. I would like to get out of here, to be honest, because being in this amalgamation of units is not actually that helpful. So, oh, no, I'm dead there again. Okay, dead there as well. Can I get another person? Oh, not this guy. Great. Okay, well, we're going to have to... Oh, dear. Yes, we're going to have to go in again. This is actually kind of bad. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell everyone to follow me, and hopefully that will tell the people in the front lines to come back to where I am, and then we can charge back in to hopefully reduce the amount of casualties that we're going to face here as a result. I think that's going to be our best plan that we will potentially have. And hopefully none of them are now going to get stuck on the way back. Hopefully I can actually get over here. As you can see, this guy is still here, and I can't select him. Look at this. I'm selecting everyone, but I can't select him. I think that's the main issue. Wait a minute. Can I tell him to charge now? Nope. Okay, well, he's not working. I think he's malfunctioning for some reason. I don't know why that is. I hope very much that that is not going to cause us to lose this siege, because wouldn't you know that to be the case? It is just my luck to have a slightly buggy battlement, and for us to then not be able to capture King's Landing. And I mean, this is a big siege for us. If we don't capture this, we are kind of not doing that well then. So it is definitely important for us to do this, and maybe we'll be able to eliminate the last remaining units here as well. I mean, they only have 360, as I say, so it's not that much, you know, they don't actually have that many in the garrison. And thankfully they have glaives. They mainly use glaives, and they are not that effective. I mean, they seem to be not that effective. They don't seem to be killing too many of our units, even though I should probably not say that they don't seem that effective, because they did eliminate me, didn't they? They did do that, so that was obviously not very nice, but otherwise I think we're pretty good as it stands. I don't think we really need to worry too much, but obviously if my forces are unable to go through that bug, that guy standing on the battlements, then obviously I won't be able to get reinforcements and I won't be able to finish the siege itself. Alright, so we lost a grand total of 98. That is kind of harsh in my opinion, but there you go. We lost 98 and we lost 34 of those, and now we can go. Okay, that seems to be pretty good. And as you can see, we did get some gold cloak armor here, gold cloak helmets and things like that. And should I request that King's Landing be awarded to me? I think I will. Oh, okay. Well, I was actually just about to cut back here because I saw a whole bunch of Dragonstone vassals and they were actually chasing off a Westerlands vassal, which was really nice of them. And I was about to say, oh, this is really nice of them, but no, they ran away just at the last second. Anyway, it's actually good that we cut back anyway. Because of this, yes, the forces of Stannis Baratheon have taken the capital city of King's Landing. Stannis now sits the Iron Throne, and the bastards Joffrey, Tommen, and Myrcella have all been executed as traitors and usurpers, along with their mother, Cersei Lannister. With the royal bastards dead, Tywin Lannister has quickly made peace with the Northmen and proclaimed himself king, intending to restore the might of the long-gone Kingdom of the Rock. And the North and the Westerlands have made peace. Are we going to make peace with them? Or maybe no? Maybe yes? I don't exactly know what's going to go on with that, but well, I guess we'll see, because as far as I'm aware, King's Landing was actually under siege. Ooh, okay, so what's happening here? Okay, so there's a whole bunch of extra stuff going on right now. So Dragonstone has declared war against the Three Sisters. And what else is happening? The Reach and Dawn have made peace. Okay, the Reach is actually no more, or at least they should be eliminated, but they haven't been just yet. And yes, I've been having a whole bunch of problems with my companions wanting to leave, so I've been having to pay them quite a bit of cash, which is not exactly great. But there it is. We've taken King's Landing. We have placed Stannis on the Iron Throne. And we're still at war against the Westerlands. That's kind of weird. Oh well, I guess we could just continue to wait here, and we continue to see what's actually going on here, and maybe there will be some kind of event, perhaps. Oh, we've gained some right to rule. Dragonstone has declared war against Qohor. Oh, and we've made peace with the Reach. Oh, okay, so that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, making peace with the Reach is really, really good. At least, doesn't really matter, to be honest, because they literally have nothing, as you can see, so that is not really helping them too much. And our vassals are continuing to take things in the area. Really nice. Anyway, I hope that's been a pretty enjoyable episode for our return to A Clash of Kings. And I suppose that will be it for this one. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.